All right, if you hear me, raise your hands. Give me thumbs up. Thank you for joining me live today. I am testing a new setup that requires some help from both my team and the social life team so that we could get this figured out. All right, so now let me know if you guys have any questions. All right. Hello, YouTubers. I'm on live. Glad you could see me. Let's see if the linkers can see me as well. Give me a thumbs up, linkers, if you can see me and hear me before I start my answer in 5. All right. Okay, it's a pretty day in Portland, Oregon. Awesome. Linkers, hello. Welcome to Answer in 5 on my channel today. First question, how can I increase the strength of gluten in wheat flour? So, 3 things you can do, all right? The first thing would be to use oxidizing agents like ascorbic acid, potassium bromate, enzymes, and ADA, azodicarbonate. So if you look into these 4 ingredients on BAKERpedia's website, you will learn a little bit more about how they function in flour to help you improve your gluten strength. Particularly with the clean label movements this day, clean label movement these days, we are seeing a lot of usage from ascorbic acid and enzymes, particularly glucose oxidase. So I wouldn't dose these directly into your flour. I would work with an ingredient supplier to blend them at certain ppms to your satisfaction before dosing them into your flour. So basically, ascorbic acid and enzymes are going to oxidize in your flour and work on the glutathione in the proteins. And basically, this is what they do. Boom. They increase the networks in your gluten proteins so that increases the strength. So that's what oxidation does. The next thing you could do about oxidation is really look into a fermentation, a longer fermentation technique. Basically, sponge and dough that's somewhere between 2 to 4 hours, or even a liquid brew with about 40% of the flour in your brew. And that's going to really oxidize the flour, give it a little more aging time, let the enzymes from the yeast work on the flour and increase the cross-links in the proteins again. So that's fermentation. Any kind of fermentation really helps improve the strength of the flour and the dough. Lastly, what you can do is seek out aged flour. Anything above 2 weeks is kind of aged. So if you have the ability to acquire aged flour from your miller, either in a form of rail car or shipped flour, by sea, that is definitely going to help your flour strength. Okay. The next question, a YouTube question came up. With whole wheat bread, since it's a high moisture product, how can I increase the shelf life for 6 days? All right, so firstly, number 1 thing to do is sanitation. Sanitation helps shelf life. So your environment needs to be clean. And it needs to basically, your packaging area needs to be sanitary to improve your shelf life. Secondly, obviously, whole wheat bread has high moisture, and therefore you can't help, but to bake more. The bake out has to be higher if you're having mold issues. Not only that, you need to use a preservative if you are going to extend the shelf life beyond 2 days. So preservatives like cultured wheat or CalPro that's going to help you be mold-free for a longer period of time. All right, another question just came on the feed. Is the U.S. government going to reduce fat and calories for government laws for 2020 like the UK? Hasn't come on my radar yet. So the answer to that is no, not. We are not in the process of doing that. And part of the reason is because I don't think there's enough data and evidence to support that. And I think that might come after the census that's going to occur here. So I don't know. It hasn't arise from all the discussion I've had. Next question from LinkedIn. This is becoming a live feed Ask Dr. Lin question. Hey, I do have an agenda, you know. All right. Just know that whatever questions I can't answer today, I will come back tomorrow to answer it, okay? All right, next question. How many grams of ascorbic acid go into a bag of flour? Go to our ascorbic acid page and go look at the amount of ppms that you need to calculate the amount of grams of ascorbic acid that needs to go into your bag of flour. I don't know if that bag's flour 5 pounds or 50 pounds. So you can use the the ppms to calculate how much you need to put in. Is sourdough as massive in the U.S. like UK? So that's a great question. I'm seeing a surge in sourdough consumption. And I believe it's because of the story behind sourdough, and because sourdough is pictured as a more clean label friendly bread product with longer fermentation times. And I think a lot of people who are experiencing gluten intolerance issues can digest sourdough better. But we don't have any kind of scientific study to back that up. It's just a trend that I'm seeing. Yes, I believe sourdough is something that is popular and that's going to increase in popularity as we speak. So, okay, looks like that's the end of the question queue. Let me go back to my original agenda, which is to answer this question on dryness. Does 1% acetic acid create dryness in bread? And does adding 0.6% CalPro create dryness in bread? So these two ingredients don't enhance or increase dryness in bread. It's your baking that dries out the moisture. Your baking process is what's causing the dryness. So you really have to master your baking process, right? And to really do that, you need to do and understand and study your oven and your bread products through thermal profiling. So go to our thermal profiling page and make sure you target at least 80%. Don't go down to 75. That's too much baking. Go to 80% or more. If you're having dryness issues, I would always recommend a target at 90% arrival. So learn more at the thermal profile page on how to bake correctly. And if you're having shelf life dryness issues, don't forget enzymes, right? Your bread with its original formula is not meant to last longer than 2 or 3 days. So if you want to go to a week, 10 days, you really need enzymes in there. Enzymes, and don't bake it out so much, all right? So that's good. All right, one last question coming from YouTube. Okay, so I guess that answered the question. That's the same question that came out. All right, one last shout out to our pizza flatbread tortilla class that's coming up in August, right here at the Wheat Marketing Center. August, Portland, beautiful weather. So come and attend in person if you can. If you can't, then live stream in. So this is going to be the first time we're going to live stream the entire seminar for the whole day. So you can sit cushy in your office all the way in Kentucky and still be here and listen to what we have to say, what the experts have to say on pizza and flatbread. We have one more new speaker to announce today, and his name is David Fliss. He's going to be speaking about pizza production. So lots and lots of experts on this panel, and I hope you can join me for this seminar. Go to bakerpedia.com/academy and click on the Buy Now button for the pizza seminar. I can't answer all the questions today, but if you can put it all in the comments in either YouTube or LinkedIn, I will get to them tomorrow. All right, till tomorrow. Bye.